When I first started my business, I was a web designer and graphic designer. And when I tell you that I was burnt out, that I was working way too many hours, and that I was desperately seeking a business or a business model where I could actually make money in my sleep, like I heard people talk about, or where I could make more money at a time with less work, I ain't even playing. Like, I wanted that so bad. And I would see people doing it and I would be like, how in the world are they doing this? So I set off on an adventure about 6 years ago to figure out how to make more passive income in my business with my brand so that I wasn't the one having to do all the work all the time, so that the money was coming easier and there wasn't constantly a service driving the money. So today in this video, if you are someone who's like, you know what, I want to start my own business, but I want to ride the passive income wave. 2, a service provider like a web designer, copywriter, whatever, who is real darn tired of your hours being tied to your dollars. Or 3, someone who is wanting to be a creator on something here like YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, and you really want to pull in passive income. This video is for you. I'm going to talk about 5 ways to make at least $10,000 a month with passive income. Little asterisk, because I always have to do this asterisk for George. Always for George, okay? And if you don't know who George is, he was a naysayer on one of my videos who was like, this isn't possible. Here's a little disclaimer. I have personally, like me, my brand, my business, Jessica, made $10,000 a month from all of these at some given point, sometimes all at the same time. Just putting that out there. So hi, howdy, hey, what is up? If you're new here, my name is Jessica Stansberry, and here on this channel, I help entrepreneurs and wannabe entrepreneurs figure out how they can make passive income with online courses, affiliate marketing, digital products, and scale that. So if that sounds like something you're into, hit subscribe, and let's just get into the video. Okay, so these are in no particular order of passive to less passive or whatever, but I will probably tell you with each one, whether it's like on the scale of passivity, whether it's like low or high, because passive income, just to give you a little definition, is not actually passive. Passive income is generally something you can create one time and continues to pay out for you, and or is something where most of the work is done at the front end, and after the sale or the deliverable, the work kind of gets easier or there isn't much of it. So I'll explain as I go through, but number 1 is probably the most passive of all the things we're going to talk about today, and that is affiliate marketing. See, affiliate marketing is essentially being paid for promoting other people's products, OPPs, other people's products. And with affiliate marketing, the only work you actually have to do, like you as the creator, the business owner, whatever, is that you have to build an audience, have somebody there who cares about your links and what you suggest, and you have to find a way for them to click your links. So your only job is to figure out how to get your affiliate links in front of the right people. There's nothing for you to create. There's nothing for you to deliver. That all is the company's problem, right? So it is definitely one of the most passive ways. I have a ton of videos here on this channel about affiliate marketing, and I actually have a free guide that will help you learn more, figure out what companies you should affiliate for, and plan out your affiliate marketing strategies. So if you want that, head on over to heyjessica.com/AMP. That's affiliate marketing playbook. So AMP, heyjessica.com/AMP. Now, with affiliate marketing, you can absolutely make $200 a month, all the way up to like $200,000 a month and beyond, depending on your audience, depending on what you're trying to do, depending on the things you're affiliating for. So there's a lot of factors that go in, but if you're looking to make passive income, this is probably the most passive. We're gonna go from the most passive to the least passive. Told you they weren't in any order, but I would warn you. The number 2 thing is probably my favorite way to make passive income. But again, it's probably the least passive of all the 5 things we're going to talk about, but it is the thing that I think you can charge the most for, that has the most ROI or return on investment of your time, and the thing that is going to help your audience more than a lot of the other things we're going to talk about, and that is online courses. I actually just yesterday, now when you see this, it will not be yesterday, but the day I'm filming it, it was yesterday. I, get my memories on Facebook, and on this day yesterday in 2015, I launched my first course. It sold 0 courses were sold by Jessica during this launch. And I eventually did sell some of that course, but it was very few seats in it, and it was like much later after the launch. But I launched my first course 7 years ago. And ever since, I have been launching courses and figuring out how courses work the best, to the point where I even have a course on how to create courses now. So online courses are a great way to make passive income, and they fit in the passive realm because all of the work is generally done before the sale. Now, sometimes you can build a course after the sale, sometimes you can run like beta programs, and sometimes you give away like bonuses that require something after the sale. But for the most part, you create it once and you can sell it over and over and over again without any added work on your part. So that's how it fits in this like passive definition. Now, the reason it's my favorite is because almost every audience needs a course of some sort to help them do something. So, you know, if you are like a gamer here on YouTube and you want to create passive income, a course on how to beat a certain level of a certain game could do really well. If you are someone who has like a cleaning channel here on YouTube, you could easily turn the things that come really naturally to you, the schedules and the routines, into a course. And if you're someone like me who works with business owners and knows marketing and teaches the things like that, you can turn that knowledge into a course. Secondarily to all of that, you can charge so much more for a course or make so much more from a course than any of the other things that we're talking about on this list. So courses are my favorite, but they are definitely probably the least passive because of the amount of work up front to sell it, because it does take market research. It does take, you know, figuring things out in like, what is your idea and who is your person? And then it takes actually outlining it and making modules and filming modules and putting them in a thing and then making a sales page. So there's a lot of work up front, but it is my favorite. All right, moving on to number 3. Number 3 on this list is something that may have brought you to this channel. It is a topic that I have had a lot of success creating YouTube videos about, and it seems to be something that y'all just really want to know about, and that is digital products. Now, digital products and courses kind of go hand in hand, but there's generally a lot less work on the front end of a digital product, so it's a bit more passive than courses. So with digital products, you can do things like workbooks, fonts, digital art, ebooks, presets, or templates for certain softwares. And you create those things one time, but you sell them over and over again because they're digital and they can be sold over and over again. So on the scale of like passive and not passive, this one probably sits somewhere in the middle because there's a lot less work than a course, but there's definitely more work than affiliate marketing. But it is a great, great way to get to 10K per month with passive income. Now, I have a ton of videos, like metric poop ton of videos about digital products that I will make sure I link below so that you can like figure that out if that sounds like something you want to do. This next one, number 4, is a really interesting one because I'm not totally sure if it should even fit in the passive income bucket or not. I think it is, so we're gonna talk about it, and that is brand deals. Whether you are a creator somewhere like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and that's how you view yourself as a creator, or you're an entrepreneur like I am, creating content to grow your business and your brand, you can take advantage of brand deals. The cool part about brand deals to me is, and the reason I kind of say that they're passive, but I also like question it a little bit, is that I'm gonna create this content anyway. Like, I'm going to put this content on the internet regardless, okay? There will be a video up on Sundays here on my channel, and when I'm doing 2 a week, Sundays and Wednesdays, regardless of whether or not I have a brand deal. So for me to be able to take on a brand deal, for a brand to come to me and be like, hey, we want to get in front of your audience, and it fits well with my audience, it fits well with my content, it's literally me getting paid to do something I was going to do anyway. Like, that content was going to be created regardless, right? So that's how I see it as passive. Also, for the most part, brand deals are not paid until after the work. And a lot of times with brand deals, you'll get paid to promote the brand, you'll get paid for the ad spot, but you'll also get affiliate income from like the sign up link or whatever. It is passive after it's done for you as the affiliate and for the company that the brand deal is for. Overall, it's a pretty passive income stream. And honestly, I would put it even more passive than digital products. So, you know, is pretty darn passive. And speaking of brand deals, let's just talk about today's sponsor. I will say I have one more tip left to give you, and it is a juicy one. Like, you might see Fiery Jessica come out in tip number 5. But before that, let's talk about today's sponsor, ClickUp. So I've been working with ClickUp as a sponsor of this channel for months now. And one of the main reasons that made me want to work with them is that I love the software so freaking much. I literally teach entrepreneurs and content creators how to do the things. And a lot of doing the things is creating streamlined processes and keeping everything in one place. And ClickUp literally is made for that. And honestly, one of my favorite brand new features from ClickUp is the whiteboard view. So essentially on ClickUp, normally you have lists and boards and whatever else. And now we can create whiteboards within our spaces in ClickUp. So if I wanted to brain map something out or think through something, I can easily do that in a whiteboard on ClickUp, and then it's saved. And so I can go back to it. So if you're like me and you're someone who's like, oh my gosh, I have 82 notebooks and ideas are in all of them and I never know which one I put my ideas in, then you can totally keep up with your stuff on ClickUp in the whiteboard space. So we're just gonna pull up the whiteboards here. Let's just say I'm gonna create a whiteboard and I wanna think about like the flow of a course I'm creating. Like I want to think about how this course is all gonna work together. I can just use this flowchart template, which is just spectacular, and I can move it and change it to be whatever I want it to be. So for me, if I'm thinking about a flowchart, if I'm thinking about the way a course needs to happen, I likely will only have one result. And so this result is gonna be like the thing I'm telling people they're gonna get from the course, right? Make 10K from first course. So we're gonna use my Course Academy course as an example here. And this is like the promise of the course is that you will be able to understand what to create your course about, understand how to execute it, and understand how to make 10K from the sale of it when you create it. So that's gonna be the result. They're gonna start with wanting to create a course, but not knowing how, what, when, where, why. So that's where they're gonna start. So I'm gonna think through my customer journey and use this flowchart here in ClickUp to literally map out how this is gonna work. So all of these things in between will be the modules that step them from this to this. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and do a total mind map or flowchart or whatever because of trying to keep my filming time down, but this is what it would look like. And now, if this is saved as a view in my space where I'm creating the course, I can easily go back as I'm creating the course and be like, oh my gosh, that is how I get them from point A to point B. Let me create the modules and we're done. I legit do every single thing with my business in ClickUp, from team communication to SOPs where we keep up with processes and systems, to my own like CEO dashboard so I can make sure the business is running the way I want it to planning out my content for here on YouTube and my podcast that's coming back soon. So like, let me tell you, ClickUp is spectacular. It is the way I organize my scattered brain, and I think you would love it too. So if you want to try out ClickUp, you can go to the link in the description or heyjessica.com/ClickUp. And thank you so much, ClickUp, for sponsoring this video. All right, so last on the list, 5 ways to make 10K a month with mostly passive income is another fairly passive one. And this one is weird. And that's why I said I might get a little spicy, because it's very dependent on the platform you choose to be a creator of content on. So we're gonna talk about creator account funds. Now, these are passive because, again, going back to the brand deals, you are getting paid to create the content you were already going to create anyway. So for instance, here on YouTube, I get a cut of the advertising dollars for the ads that are rolled on my videos here on the channel. Once you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours within a year, you can start putting ads on your channel. And so I get a cut of those ads, and I have made as much as $10,000 or $12,000 a month from my YouTube ads. Now that's on the high end, and that is usually when I have a video going viral or my channel's really taking off. And it's also dependent on the topics that are happening. But for the most part, like, I can't complain at all about the amount of money YouTube pays me. Again, for the content I was going to create anyway to build the business that I was going to use to build it. And so it's a really great stream of income, right? Regardless of whether or not it's a huge amount of money. And for me personally, for the last like 3 years, I have made more just from the YouTube AdSense, like regardless of affiliate marketing, courses, digital products, brand deals, like anything else that's in my, accounting books. I have made more from YouTube AdSense than I made in a year at my corporate job before I quit. And that's a big deal. So if we're talking about YouTube account funds, they're really, really awesome. And honestly, it's a great, great way to make passive income because the videos I created 2 years ago are still making me money and so on and so forth. Basically every other platform. Instagram, TikTok, that's the only two I'm really familiar with their like creator payouts or the creator account funds. But those platforms, one, the content dies so much quicker. So with YouTube, my content can live forever. Like I can be making money from a video that went up 3 years ago, no problem. But on TikTok or Instagram, the content dies or has its like heyday much quicker and generally doesn't get shown much after that. So one, the opportunity is way less for creator account funds and money coming from just putting content on the internet than there is on YouTube. But not only that, the pay schedule is doggy poo-poo, like not good. I've had reels on Instagram get hundreds of thousands of views and I've think total in like a year or not even that long, like 6 or 8 months on the creator account fund of Instagram, I think I've only made like $200. Right? And then on TikTok, it's even worse. Now, I don't take advantage of that. I'm not on that. But from the creators I've seen talk about it, it's a disaster and it is not worth their time. But if you will understand that it is passive income, that is just an income stream that goes along with all of these other things I've talked about, then why would you not take advantage of it? Right? So that really rounds up this 5 ways to make 10K with mostly passive income. And again, this is applicable to the entrepreneur, the content creator, whatever you see yourself as or whatever you see yourself wanting to be, you can get there. Okay, I promise. Again, I have multiple videos on most of these things here on this channel where you can dig a little bit deeper and figure out how to make 10K per month from each one. Now, if you've made it this far, I would love to hear in the comments which one of these you want to learn more about. Affiliate marketing, courses, digital products, brand deals, and creator funds. I would love to hear in the comments which one tickles your pickle a little bit more and you'd love to learn more about. Thank you to ClickUp for sponsoring this video. Go check them out, link in the description. Bye y'all.